I'm back to talk to all the mamas out there. Moms. If you are already a mom, if you're even pregnant, I consider you a mom. We need to do a better job of self-care. Who of you, when someone asks, do you take care of yourself, answers quickly without a delay, I do, and I do a great job at it? Probably none of us. We're so bad at taking care of ourselves. Self-care is probably the lowest thing on our priority list, but really, it should be one of the highest things. How can you give to your family, your husband, your friends, if you are running on empty? I want to be able to have a conversation with you so you can start thinking about ways that you can fill up your cup to feel better, more energized, and overall be a better mom. So how can we take care of ourselves? It's really a personal question. What is self-care to you? One of my favorite self-care is going out with some of my best friends that are also moms and being able just to talk about what we're struggling with. Having that ability to open up, be vulnerable, and talk about the things that we're dealing with, and then realizing we're not alone in it, that's self-care. Make a list of what you consider self-care, and then go through that list and see what on the list have you done. Have you done any of them? Have you done any of them well? So even if you're tackling them, do you feel like it was worthwhile? Are you getting out of your self-care what you need to get out of it? When moms hear self-care, a lot of the time, they think it costs a lot of money to do that. I'm like, well, I don't have time, or I don't have finances to do that and to take care of myself. That's an excuse. Self-care doesn't have to cost extra money. Grab a book, grab my hot cup of tea. I'm not a coffee drinker, but if you're a coffee drinker, get your hot cup of coffee and take it outside and get some vitamin D, much needed vitamin D, and just enjoy the book without screaming, yelling, kids pulling at me, whatever it is. And it doesn't cost any extra money. Another thing that self-care that I do is I go on walks. I even take my littlest guy with me. I have a 9-month-old right now, and my older kids can be in school, and my 9-month-old will just be looking at the scenery. They don't care. There's an airplane in the air, or a tree, or a bird, and he keeps to himself. So I'm able to walk and really just enjoy the outdoors, enjoy some fresh air, and get out of the house. It can look different for every mom. Self-care may be a date with their husband. Self-care can also be something that costs money, whether it's a manicure or a massage, maybe a facial, maybe even just going to a place that you can get your hair blown out. Something that will make you feel beautiful, feel worthy, feel more like yourself. A lot of the time we lose our identity of who we were before we had kids because now we're just mom with spit up on our sweatshirts and with our hair still wet. That's real life. But what can we do to make ourselves more sustainable, not only as moms, but also as wives to our husbands? We have to remember that the husband and wife relationship came first before the kids. So we need to make sure that that's a priority. But remember also what came before our husbands, ourselves. Now, I'm not trying to make this video to say you need to be more selfish. But at the same time, usually moms are the most selfless individuals that taking some time to be selfish is actually kind of healthy. What do you do for yourself? Whether it's yoga, going to the gym, taking a shower, maybe actually putting on makeup, getting dressed, getting out of your PJs or your yoga pants, that can be self-care too. Don't think it has to be something extravagant. It can be something very simple, but it's so important to take care of yourself. Our kids are gonna be better kids if we are better moms. We don't have a mom usually in our home telling us when to go take a shower, when to brush our teeth, when to go get ready. We kind of need to do that for ourselves. But here is something very important. about self-care. If you don't set it in your schedule, whether it's going to the gym or taking a shower or going on a walk with a good friend or going on a date with your husband, if you don't schedule it, odds are it's not gonna happen. So put it in your calendar, make a date, call a babysitter, or swap with your friends and say, hey, this week, can we take your kids while you and your husband go on a date night, and then you can take our kids next week. It wouldn't cost any extra money than whatever you end up doing on your date, and you don't have to worry about paying for a babysitter. Try to think outside of the box when it comes to self-care. We always think outside of the box when it comes to our kids' activities and making sure they're not bored, especially during summertime when they're not in school. But what do we do with ourselves? Do we just let ourselves be depleted and exhausted and lonely and isolated? You need to find ways to pull yourself out of that isolation and pull yourself out of that mommy bottom pit that we tend to just live in because we're not taking care of ourselves well. Taking care of yourself, it could be going to the grocery store by yourself. That's a vacation to me. Who else walking Target halls by themselves without their kids dragging from the cart or screaming or wanting every fruit snack that you walk by? That's paradise. So try it. What can you do this week for yourself? It doesn't have to be everything. Try small things. Try things that maybe don't cost extra money or don't take a lot of time. And know that you are adequate enough and you are worthy enough as a mom to take time for yourself. Remember, you're a better mom when you take care of yourself. So go this week and take care of yourselves and see what happens. Do you like the result? Let me know below what you do this week for self-care, and we can all learn from each other of other ways that we can take care of ourselves. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe below, and we can't wait to hear all your comments of what you do for self-care.